Record. All right, perfect. So thank you guys for tuning in. Today on the show, we have two fellow sellers, Alexa and Steve. They started this year. What was it? 2 or 3 months ago, right, guys?
Yeah, back in March.
Perfect. Now you guys are doing this part-time, right?
We are. Yeah, we both have full-time jobs. I am working from home during all the COVID stuff. He is not working right now.
Okay.
So that has changed it a little bit, but we started part-time.
Nice. Okay, yeah, because I found you guys on Instagram. I think for May, I saw you guys, like halfway through May, you guys were already at like 27,000 in revenue. So you guys are cranking for just starting. Yeah. You guys are doing really good.
Yeah, a lot of work, but it's going well.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So, I mean, what do you guys do? What do you do full time, Alexa?
I'm a speech and language pathologist in some local schools.
There you go. Nice. And what's the story behind Amazon? How'd you guys get started?
So we just had our second baby.
Wow, congrats.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Got your hands full. Holy shit.
Yeah, right.
I was looking for some more flexible work options, I guess, if I didn't want to return to the schools and if I wanted to try to do something that I could do on my own schedule or at home.
100%.
So I joined a couple Facebook groups and started watching some YouTube channels and made an account. And then once I made the account, he got
hooked
really into it really quickly. So that helped.
That's awesome. And you guys are doing predominantly retail arbitrage, right?
Mostly, yeah.
That's great. So you guys kind of just self-starter. You guys just literally looked up YouTube videos and saw what other people were doing, and that's awesome. That's great. So, what do you have to say? Because I know that a lot of people that have been kind of tuning into me as I started my business January 1st. And since I've been sharing kind of my journey, so many people have been, I'm sure you guys have been getting messages too, like, what are you doing? How are you doing it? What do you have to say to new sellers in terms of how exciting this opportunity is with all of this stuff coming together, the pandemic, e-commerce, everything. I mean, what do you have to say to new sellers? Anything?
Yeah,
that are thinking about doing this?
The main thing, everybody's got specific questions. I think you just kind of have to jump in and just start doing. And then once you start doing, it comes together mentally for you pretty quick.
Yeah.
At least I think it did for us. It just, there's a few hiccups, but by and large, it just, you got to jump in and do the work.
100%. So I'm curious, what strategy do you guys have, like a couple stores that you go to, like kind of what's your kind of system? Without sharing too much detail, we sell these products.
Yeah, no, we definitely do. In the beginning, I think it kind of started with like the Targets and Walmarts because that's what everybody talks about. Mm-hmm. And then as time went on, we found some more that are maybe a little more local to our area or a little bit different. And I think those have kind of become our favorites now. And,
when you say like local, you mean like other stores other than?
Yeah. So, I think the main thing we started really focusing on, I used to sell a lot of vintage toys.
Okay.
So, and we have the little kids. So, we know that space probably more than anything. And there's some stuff, right away you're ungated in with toys.
Yeah.
And so we kind of focused on that. In stores you could find toys, whether that be, some different like discount supermarkets or other, discount stores, big box stores. And the toys just kind of took us into some other categories and we went from there.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. It's really interesting how as you go, I'm sure you guys have noticed this, you kind of get like a knack for like certain brands and certain trends. It's almost like you kind of tune into the market frequency. You know what I'm saying? It's really neat.
It is. Absolutely.
Cool. So, okay, so you guys, are you still doing, because I'm doing predominantly Walmart. I started off doing clearance. Like I would just clearance everything, like Target, Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond as is section. That stuff was huge for me. And then everything shut down. And 2 months ago, and I was like, okay, holy crap, I'm gonna have to figure out how to like adjust to this. So that's when I went to Walmart. And now, believe it or not, most of my stuff, I'm buying full price. I'm not even going to the clearance, but the demand is so high that the margin's still there.
Yes. And we've tried to, get into some more of that stuff that's easily replenishable.
Yeah.
As we've grown here, and we've got some good items, and we try to add a few every week. And yeah, it's a great feeling when you can go and, you know, buy something full price on the store shelf and turn it right around and make some profit. It's a nice feeling. You know, you don't, with RA, sometimes you feel like you're always chasing,
Yeah.
you know, I got to go find more stuff. But when there's a product, you know, that's good, you know, at least for a while,
It's
it's a
kind of
little
comforting.
comforting.
Yeah. I remember I got like my first big payout, like the beginning of this month. And it all hit my account and I'm like, wow, this is really exciting. What if I can't find any products to sell?
Right.
I felt that way. I feel like probably 10 times already. I'm like, this is it. We can't think, we'll never find anything else.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking to my dad today. I'm like, Dad, I mean, sometimes I feel like an imposter. Like, is this even real?
Yeah.
No, but it's cool. I tell people all the time on my page, you just got to show up. Like if you show up to the store, you set the intention and you got a good attitude, you'll find the deals. You know, you just got to, it's about showing up.
Yeah.
Cool. So okay, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what what do you do, Steve? Do you do full-time work or?
I do. Yeah. So, her family actually owns a, off airport parking lot.
Oh,
We're
wow.
in,
You guys got some private jets or what?
No, we just park a lot of cars, but, so, you know, I work quite a bit there. I manage that, but, with nobody really flying, we've been closed since late March.
Nice.
So
You guys got to be pretty stoked. I mean, I'm not sure what your margins are, but from what I've seen in your screenshots, you guys got to be pretty excited for what's in store for you in the future with this going on.
Yeah, you know, we started out, you know, we really tried to get 100% ROI. And now as we've gone on, you know, we've tried to at least make, you know, $3 anyway. You know, before we were okay with buying something for $1 and, you know, making $2. Okay, now we'd like to get $3 minimum. $5 is great. And maybe you don't have to get that 100% ROI, but, you know, just make a few more dollars on that unit than we did at the beginning.
Yeah, so I'm curious. Let's hear the story. The first time you guys go out arbitraging, let's hear how that went.
Well, the first time we went, like right after I made my account, we went to Kohl's.
Okay.
That's where everybody says to go.
Really? I have never found anything there.
That's what everybody, well, so I'm going to be honest, we didn't find that much that we had success with either. But we had our kids with us.
Oh my gosh.
And we tried to do that. So it didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. We actually, they do have some good clearance on bras. You went over there. I went towards the toys for clearance toys, and they had a lot of clearance video games that actually
Oh, wow.
pretty well. We made some money on some of them.
So were you guys nervous to kind of drop your first money, not having the experience? And so I know I was.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you start anything new, right, there's nerves. Like I said before, I've done a lot different times in life. I used to sell like 80s GI Joes, you know, like the little 3 3/4 inch figures. I've done quite a bit of that. So, you know, the idea of arbitrage, you know,
made sense to you.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. So, okay, we're going to spend whatever, $100 a day at Kohl's. Cool. You know, we'll figure it out. Worst case, we can sell it on eBay and get our money back, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. That's really what I took a course with a guy. His name's Brock Johnson, and he does private label stuff. And he says it's in business, it all comes down to minimizing the percentage of risk and maximizing the percentage of opportunity. If you can buy an item, you know, and even if the worst case scenario, you make your money back, but there's a huge opportunity to make a profit, it's 100% go for it, you know?
Yeah.
That's cool though. The first time my first item I sold, I went to Target and I spent like $100 on Joy Mangano hangers. And I put them in my cart, and I think I went around the store 5 times before I worked up the courage to go buy them because I was so nervous. And I was like, what if they don't sell? And they sold, and I was hooked. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's a cool feeling.
Yeah, so that's cool. So where do you guys see the business going? Like, you know, 3-6 months down the road, do you guys see yourself expanding to like really big, kind of just, you know, do you see yourself staying in arbitrage, or kind of what do you see for yourselves?
You know, I think we just kind of get most of the way through the month and set a goal for the next month, which I know sounds
same. No, that's exactly what I did.
But it just, you know, that first month, I think we did about 12,000-ish, you know, in
that's awesome.
Those sales. And, you know, we're thinking, okay, like this COVID thing starting, we're new. Is this like what's normal. We don't know normal yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then the next month, we did quite well, and now this month we're doing really well, and we're still trying to figure out that is this still a bump from COVID? Is it really just how this is?
It really is this good, because I was doing it before COVID hit for a month, and like all January, February, March. Yeah, March is when I took off, and then COVID really didn't hit till end of March. But I think COVID, depending on what you're selling, actually has helped because more people are buying online now.
Yeah.
Than ever.
Yeah.
Have you guys considered doing like private label or anything? Have you guys heard anything about that? Okay.
We've watched some videos. We haven't gotten into it yet. I think maybe, we've really done a lot of RA. She is trying to do a lot more OA, and we're starting to, we've got some products in from that, sent them in, starting to get some sales there. So we're,
nice.
Maybe 3 to 4 weeks into that, really getting into that.
Yeah.
And we're having some success there. So that's the nice thing too, right? You don't have to.
That's great. If you can
morning
make that
stuff
work,
on your doorstep at 10 a.m. when the UPS guy comes by and you got product delivered to your door. So that that's pretty cool. So that's kind of our next thing we're getting into is a lot of OA.
Shift into OA. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say I've sat down and to try OA, and I feel like it can be, unless you're using software, you can spend a lot of time looking and not find anything. Because there's a lot of people, obviously that's more enticing because you don't have to leave your chair,
Yeah.
I like to get into the store, down in the front lines.
I do too. Yeah, the software is key to, and the margins are less. Generally with OA, the ROI is less. I mean, you'll find some stuff that's really good, but a lot of it, you're going to find some better ROI on RA stuff.
Yeah, cool. So I'm curious, do you guys have you guys always been interested in business, or, have you had any kind of big influential things? You guys read books, or kind of what's been the motivating force for you guys?
Well, both of our dads owned their own businesses. So I think we both grew up around it. And basically ever since we got together, we've always kind of talked about owning our own business. We just never knew what that was.
Yeah.
We basically talk about it popped in our head. And this just, he kind of said it like, this just kind of happened. Like I made an account just to start scanning and,
boom,
kind of try. And now we're just trying to ride the wave as long as it's going to let us do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely think we both have, the desire there to be our own boss and, have our own thing together.
That's great. I like that. We're just trying to ride the wave for as long as it goes. That's how it feels sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, this is awesome. I love connecting with other sellers because I love, I had a guy on the other day. He actually was wholesaling media, like books. Mm-hmm. So he would reach out to people like that are liquidating, and he bought 44,000 CDs and listed them all. And, and I thought that was really neat because then he didn't actually have to go to the store. He just literally bought this in bulk, and his margin was crazy. I myself haven't done wholesale, but the idea of it sounds pretty enticing to get that kind of deal, Yeah.
We definitely want to get to that point because I think that's important if we want to, scale it.
Yeah.
In the at the beginning, I think we both just really enjoy the hunt of RA and going out there and doing things. And I also think the knowledge that you get from scanning so many different things and having so many SKUs and seeing how they do, by the time you get them home and pack them up and ship them, are they still as good as when you bought them? I think there's just so much to learn from this part. So definitely something we want to get to.
Yeah.
But
it's like a business crash course. I mean, you're learning marketing, you're learning cash flows, you're learning, so much stuff. Retail arbitrage is literally like, I'd recommend, if anyone was thinking about starting a business, I highly recommend it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cause you can control, the beauty about it with the sales rank, a lot of times in other businesses, a company wants to roll a new product. Okay. Is it going to sell? Well, you can test it, you can do different things, but you're not really sure.
Yeah.
You can look at Keepa or whatever you want to use. look at the sales rank and, if it's selling or not, and what price it's selling at. And for sales, just to have that power is pretty cool.
100%. I think there's only been a couple products that I've sent into FBA that really didn't sell as I expected. But with Walmart, you just return it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a no-brainer to me. I'll buy something at Walmart and then I'll bring it home and I'll list it as merchant, and then what I'll do is I'll wake up in the morning and I'll look at my sales for the day and I'll say, okay, I need to get more of that. Like, it's literally that simple. It's like it's just constant feedback,
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I'm curious, what have been sort of the big, you guys don't have to give like the specific product or anything, but have there been any like the big sellers for you, like maybe like certain types of products or that for this month that you guys have been like, wow, this has been crazy?
This month is a little bit different because we have opened up some new categories. We have gotten ungated in some different stuff. So we've really, I think, been like buying some new things that we haven't sent in before.
What categories? Because I'm still locked up in like food. There's a bunch of stuff I can't do still.
Yeah. So we did purchase from Wholesaler. So that was how we got it, or from a distributor. But we opened up
grocery and topicals.
Yeah.
We just recently opened up a few weeks ago.
Wait a second. So you reached out to a distributor?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So how did you do that? Walk me through that process. That's something I'd be interested in.
So and we can even tell you what it is. Frontier Co-op is the one we used.
Okay.
It's pretty simple, and you just get on there, you make an account, you put in your business information, they give you an account.
What is it? Food? Like, what is it? Like food? Frontier Co-op. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, a lot of it's organic stuff. So they'll have anything from grocery to shampoos, deodorants, pet care, vitamins, all kinds of stuff.
For good prices.
Yeah, and there's some things, it's not, we try to, when we want to get ungated in something, I generally go on and, try to find a wholesaler to do that with. And then if we can find something quickly that, will make money or not lose money, we'll buy that. But if not, I just kind of buy the cheapest thing that I can see in that category from them, just to have the cost be the least to get ungated. And that's it. So yeah, like I said, we've just been doing grocery and topicals a few weeks.
So that's how you guys get ungated. You actually you take the invoices from those distributors, send that in, and then it opens you up to that whole category?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, so you have to order a minimum of 10 units. So we've ordered like just a little bit over that. And like he said, the goal of this isn't to necessarily find a product that we're going to keep buying and send in. We consider this like an investment. We're spending this money. We hope to not lose it, or lose too much or anything. We just want to open the doors to everything else that we are finding in stores.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Because I was going to say, I can't sell in health, a lot of personal beauty or food. And I've seen I've seen opportunities and I was like, I can't do it. So that's how you get ungated. That is so good to know. So you literally just find a wholesaler or somebody, you buy a few products, you take the invoice, you put it on that page where it says request approval, send an invoice, put your email in, add in for additional information, you send all that in, and then you get, how long does it take before that you hear back?
Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's a week. You never, you're dealing with Seller Central help. So, who knows? But, our thought process with being ungated is, we're in the store scanning. And if we're running across something, even if it's just a brand, it might not be a whole category. Hey, we keep finding this brand and we scan it and the profits are there, but we're gated. We'll go find a product from a wholesaler that will get us ungated in that category. And then do that. Once you're out there and you're spending the time in the stores, to me, you might as well get as much stuff as you can to make money. So,
that's so good to know. I'm so glad you guys share that. That's awesome. So now I know. Sweet. Cool. Well, I won't take up too much of your time, guys. This has been awesome. I'll keep it short and sweet. Let's see. I mean, you guys, how big is your following on Instagram? Do you guys have a lot of people following you?
I just hit 100, so not very big,
Wow,
but
okay,
I hit
cool.
100.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, hopefully,
A week ago.
I did. I opened the account last Sunday, so it's been a week.
that's great. You guys can use any of this. Feel free to use any of this content. Hopefully this will help. I got like probably 700 followers, I think. So you guys might take
Nice.
some of mine.
Yeah.
Any advice or anything? Like I said, I think I already asked you, like new sellers or anything, maybe major pitfalls, lessons you guys have learned along the way that you would caution others.
I know for me, it would just be to kind of, especially once you've done this, even just for like a week, you do start to get that gut feeling of like, I probably shouldn't buy this. Like, this probably is not going to be one of the best items. But sometimes I'm like, no, but I would buy this. This is great.
Yeah.
And then usually I send it in, and like you said, the rank speaks for itself.
Yeah.
You know, the pricing speaks for itself. If like to follow your gut when you're looking at the numbers, what you've learned, and don't think you know better than that.
Yeah. 100%. No, that's a good point. It's don't buy an emotion, right?
Yeah.
Your taste really doesn't matter. And you know, if you just go, I think a neat exercise is maybe two things. One, if you just look at the categories and look at, like, go to grocery and look at the top 100 items, just scroll through them. It's kind of eye-opening to see what those are, you know, things like buckets of lard and things that you just don't think of, but that maybe restaurants are ordering, right? And different, you know, just to see what actually really sells on Amazon. That it's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think just kind of familiarize yourself with that. Another thing that I've done is, you know, if there was a guy that we were seeing on our listings a lot. So I'm thinking, all right, he's probably shopping in similar stores, similar categories. Well, anytime you find someone, you know, you can go into their store on Amazon and you can look and see all of their products, right? It's called reverse sourcing. So, you know, you get on there and okay, this guy's also selling this and this and this and that. And hey, I've never thought of selling that. Maybe I should scan that when I'm in the store. Or, and that's been kind of neat too, just to turn us on to a few new things. You know, when you see somebody that's always on your list.
I literally found that out the other day. I clicked on a seller because all the products I was selling, him and I were going back and forth. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So I clicked on him, and then it said, like you said, you can see other products that they're selling. And I'm like, get out.
Yeah.
So then I took that list to Walmart with me the next day, and I scanned all those stuff. And I think I only found maybe one or two things that I ended up buying, but that was a great resource. You can do that.
Yeah.
One of the guys, like I said, that I had on here the other day, he actually, he would go in under a product and he would find wholesalers by contacting other sellers on that listing.
Yeah.
And get wholesale deals through that. Like, you know, you click on other sellers and email them. I haven't tried that yet, so I don't know how successful that has been, you know, across the board, but he told me it worked for him a couple times. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah. That just helps to open your mind up. I think, you know, I was looking at that guy and he was selling a bunch of coffee filters. And I know so many people drink coffee, right? Coffee's huge, but I don't drink coffee. I don't think about coffee. She doesn't drink coffee.
Oh my gosh, guys,
like,
come on. I'm so sorry.
So it never occurred to me like, hey, coffee filters, that's something that people are using all the time, whether the economy's good, bad, or whatever. And, you know, just products like that are kind of recession proof almost.
Yeah, there's always going to be a demand for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with everything, you know, opening back up, you guys have any, I don't know, maybe trends or any certain things that you guys are looking forward to for the months to come in terms of what you're looking at arbitraging, or just kind of like you said, riding the wave, we'll see what comes?
Yeah, you know, I think our state has already kind of started to open up, you know, which is pretty cool. So it seems like a lot of stores are really running very good sales.
Yeah.
There was one store in particular, we went all around for a couple of days and hit them in quite a big radius. And they were running like 50% off most everything in the store. I went to a few stores today just looking for a couple products. And there were stores with like 30% off, 20% off, a lot of items.
Nice.
And I expect that more and more as these stores, you know, they still had a lot of things on order, right? They went months without selling things. especially stores without an online presence.
Yeah, they're
or
hungry to
no
get some
online
money in their
presence.
pockets.
Those are ones to look at as things open back up.
Yeah. What state are you guys in?
We're in Ohio.
Ohio. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'm really glad we connected. We can end it on that. And definitely stay in contact. I'll be in touch, and I'm curious to see where your journey unfolds.
Yeah.
Awesome, Taylor. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys for where can people follow you guys? Your handle on Instagram.
So what is it? It's theother.alexa.
theother@theother.alexa. Okay, guys, go give them a follow. Support the FBA journeyers here. Here we go. Let's do it.
All right. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Okay.